Welcome to another episode of Christ, Not Christianity. This one is titled Mr. Franklin Graham. This is the letter I wrote to your father, Billy Graham, 9 years ago. I am an individual who, by God's grace, has tasted the incredible freedom that comes to anyone who discovers our Maker is a just, forgiving, loving parent and a dependable friend and shield. 9 years ago, on March 20th, 2011, I wrote an appeal to the late Billy Graham in my online column that I used to write at the time in the communities at the Washington Times. I begged him, Brother Billy Graham, before you go home, can you declare Christ and Christianity are poles apart? I was the least qualified person on earth to address the much revered Billy Graham in such a column on such an issue. I'm just an unknown upstart probing and rocking the world's most powerful religious idol, the splendid craft called Christianity. It was an unnerving idea. I tried to resist for ever so long, but the thought of trying to get Mr. Graham's attention on this issue wouldn't go away. I hoped Billy Graham was the kind of person who wouldn't misunderstand, but I know many fundamental Christians probably would. Their reactions were predictable. I wondered how Billy Graham would be. Sadly, I got no response to my appeal. And Billy Graham is no more. I stated my main question to Mr. Graham as simply as I could. I asked, Brother Billy, would you find any merit in denouncing Christianity as a religion that Christ did not establish? In telling the world that it is a historical aberration that must be corrected, that a falsehood like Christianity can never be an authentic worldview, only the mind of Christ can. That all Christian authors and the media should stop promoting and using the word Christianity. That a commendable magazine like Christianity Today that he founded should change its title. That the term should not be used to describe the followers of Christ. Since no one seems to know who coined the term, have you ever considered how Christianity made faith in Christ secondary and became popular as the world's most widely acknowledged religion? Nowhere is it referred to in the Bible. How did Christianity take dominion over 2 billion plus people around the world? The way I see it, down the ages, this cleverly devised word has circumvented the simplicity of genuine faith in Christ. So far, no scholar has identified the source of the word Christianity. Who is behind it? For me, the term is highly contrived. I cannot accept that Christianity was founded by Jesus or that it appropriately designates what his followers believe. We can speculate which of the Roman emperors, Constantine or Theodosius, was responsible for officially launching it, perhaps. but we should stop speculating that Christ had anything to do with it. If Jesus intended for people to join a new religion that he founded, why did he say, I am the way, the truth, and the life? He was not recommending Christianity to his followers, or he wouldn't go on to say that no one can serve two masters in Matthew 6:24. The word Christian is used only 3 times in the Bible: in Acts 26:28, again in 1 Peter 4:16. In Acts 11:26, the word Christians is used in the plural and in the singular in Acts 26:28. Nonetheless, scholars argue that it was a derogatory term used to put down followers of the way. That's what the early disciples of Christ were called. That's good enough for me. It's a neutral term, placing no barriers for anyone interested in knowing Jesus Christ. God is not a Christian, Muslim, or a Hindu, or a Buddhist, etc. And Jesus was a Jew, single-minded about doing his Father's will. His aim was not to establish a new religious enterprise called Christianity. Knowing the Creator is man's supreme quest. From what one can gather in the scriptures, it is also God's greatest desire for man to know him. Would you agree, I asked Mr. Graham, people should clearly understand the difference between following Christ and Christianity? It's quite obvious there are people who know Christ and there are people who have signed up for something quite impotent called Christianity. Many proud individuals stoutly uphold the edifice of Christianity because of tradition, or because it provides a good livelihood, or it somehow serves their own purposes. Noble endeavors are pursued by people unthinking, unaware, or unconcerned how Christ is diminished by Christianity. Christianity has caused millions to miss the wood for the trees. Did God enter human history 2,000 years ago? Is Jesus the way, the truth, and the life as he claimed so audaciously? If he is the way, some distance is implied to know him. If he is the truth, there must be evidence. If he is the life, only twice born individuals can give witness, not a global institution that historically cannot defend itself. These are issues that require scrutiny by anyone investigating the guarantee of eternal salvation that Christ singularly extends. If the Emperor Constantine was a saint, he may have had good intentions, but power brokers after him quickly seized Bethlehem's historical epiphany and Christ's incredible divine pledge to promote and cash in on a religion Jesus did not authorize. After 20 centuries, all that can be said of Christianity is that it is the world's largest religion. Its influence on men's hearts and minds as the truth is highly debatable. Look at any country where it has a hold. Gandhi, it is reported, was shrewd enough to tell missionaries in India, quote, I like your Christ, I do not like your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ, end quote. When asked why he did not embrace Christianity, Gandhi said it offered nothing he could not get from his own religion, observing, and I quote again, to be a good Hindu also meant that I would be a good Christian. There is no need for me to join your creed to be a believer in the beauty of the teachings of Jesus. I can follow his example without doing that. End quote. Among the religious isms of the world, Hinduism, Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Catholicism, etc., are notable. Islam does not have a suffix, but Islamism is associated with extremists. To what purpose was the name of Christ extended? Does Christianity distance or draw people to Jesus? Because Buddhism, Sikhism, Islam, etc., were founded by one individual, it is assumed that Christianity falls in the same category. But Jesus is not the founder of Christianity. It was declared as Rome's state religion in 317 by the Emperor Constantine, 3 centuries after Jesus. Mahatma Gandhi may be the best known example of someone who rejected Christianity, not Christ. Unlike Gandhi, however, millions have been unable to know the Christ obscured by Christianity. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you again next week.